Is Thursday morning. It is March 17th, and this is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week at 8 o'clock ish to chat about what's going on in the world of weather. I'm a couple of minutes late, but the family's on spring break, so I do hope that it's okay. I hope that we're all ready to go together on a wonderful, wonderful day. What a difference a day makes. Remember, yesterday we had hail over 2 inches in diameter in spots. Today, the focus is on the sun. The top 2 things we're watching, that spring break forecast, so many activities around Central Florida, and we're happy to preview all of that. And then, of course, we're looking ahead to the weekend forecast. So many fun things. But first and foremost, let's get you just started off with a look at what's doing here locally this morning. A little bit of fog out the door. This is a look at our Disney Springs tower cam, and you can see that lowered visibility. Now, we check in on those visibility numbers, and you can see down around Kissimmee, which is down in the tourist district there from that tower cam shot, we're at a 3-mile visibility. Look to Ocala, visibility is sitting at about a 1/4 mile, 1¼ miles there in DeLand, whereas Orlando, and where I'm looking outside my window, we are doing just fine. So it depends, of course, on where you are, but all of us are making our way through to a wonderful, wonderful forecast. Our first warning, live Doppler radar, scanning the skies. Happy to report that it doesn't pick up on fog and that we have no issues whatsoever on the day. So where do we go? It is St. Patrick's Day. Good morning to you. Temperatures today on their way up. 75 by 11 o'clock. We'll make it to 80 degrees by 1 o'clock and 84 degrees in the afternoon. Bright, beautiful sunshine no matter what your plans are today. We do not have to worry about the big, powerful thunderstorms, for they are not bothering us today. Yeah. It's been a minute since we've been able to talk about that, right? What's going on in the weather world? Well, so we've got a really nice setup. There's that front. It is pushing away from us. And as it does, our winds are nice and comfortable. The weather pattern is quiet. There is another storm system, though, out west that's going to first start to bring our temperatures up. And it does eventually bring in the next chance of rain, okay? So, it's not like we're going to have a perfectly dry stretch for a long time. As a matter of fact, this weekend, if you're planning on going out tomorrow, we saw them setting up yesterday. We went for a Sunrail. Why can't I comment on other posts? I have no idea. We went on the Sunrail yesterday with the kids and saw them setting up for the Winter Park Sidewalk Art Festival, which, if you've never been, is such a fun time. But notice, while yes, tomorrow morning there may be a little bit of fog, by the afternoon there may also be a stray shower, okay? So it's, again, we've got this nice dry day today, and if I type this word and I look for this, but look at the rain chances over the next couple of days. It's not a ton, but it's something, okay? So we do have a couple of showers around. All right, I guess I should say good morning to you guys and gals. Linda, good morning. Pat, good morning to you. Valerie, happy St. Patrick's Day. Since we're talking about St. Patrick's Day, let's pull out the full forecast for it. Okay, the overall theme today is wonderful, drier and warmer weather. Tell me that's not the luck of the Irish, right? Also, got an interesting email yesterday from the boss. Let me find this. I got some really funny, nasty emails too. Like, for example, somebody, well, we'll get to the nasty email in a minute. I got a ton of those, but there's some that are particularly funny, and we're going to talk about them. But first, I thought it was an interesting email that it is St. Paddy's Day, Paddys, not Pattys, okay? Paddy is a man. Patrick comes from Padraig. Patty, Patty, is a woman. Did you know that? I guess I always just thought that that was interchangeable. Paddy's Day, Paddy, is the masculine version. Who knew that? Who knew that? Who knew that? All right, I just have to share this one email I got yesterday. It's hilarious, okay? Wow, pretty horrible weather forecast. 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and none of it happened. Maybe not to you, but a lot of people today are having to deal with the issues of 60-mile-per-hour winds and 2-inch hail. Do people not understand how this works? I suppose they don't. Lucky you. You didn't get 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Guess what? At my house, I didn't either. So instead of yelling at the weather guy, I'm like, wow, I'm super grateful. Meanwhile, people like Chris Pierce are having to pick up from 2-inch hail. Sometimes you're the statue. Sometimes you're the bird. You know what I'm saying? I'm always tickled by the thought that people are mad that their house didn't get the worst of the weather. Or that people don't understand that the worst of the weather doesn't always move to your neighborhood. Good gravy. Amazing. I'm just amazed. I am just amazed. All right, for today, it's all just a walk in the park. Beautiful forecast. Look at that. Bright sunshine, 78, 82. So where do we go for actual high temperatures today? It's going to be a nice and warm forecast. How warm in your neighborhood? Let's talk about it, shall we? In Orlando, for example, we're sitting at 84 degrees. We're making it to about 83 in Leesburg, 79 for you in Wildwood, 78 degrees in Palm Coast, 78 degrees in Daytona Beach, and about 80, 81, 82, 83 from Melbourne down through Grant, Valcaria, Palm Bay, and Mico. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Ida over in Port Orange says it happened to me in Port Orange. Oh, agreed. Pauline says in New Smyrna Beach it happened. That's why I always laugh. You know, when people want to scream, get off TV, I'm trying to watch the insert TV show name here. Whatever. But when people are mad that they didn't get the worst of the weather and call the forecast terrible, it's like, you want to borrow my glasses, buddy? Just because it didn't happen to you. I'm so tickled at people's ignorance sometimes. Arnett, I hope you're more rested now. Oh yeah, I'm on a tangent. That's how you know I'm rested, right? Oh man. Carolyn says, if it didn't happen to me, it didn't happen. Yeah. Was there damage the other day when you and Tony were on? You guys were amazing. Well, thank you. You know, I'm grateful to say no. There was definitely some wind gusts. Well, I mean, there was some minor damage, tree limbs down, some minor power outages, but nothing massive. So really grateful for that. Really, really grateful for that. Yeah. I know of people's cars who were damaged with the hail yesterday. Of course they were. Of course. Karen says, I saw Chris Pierce's pictures. My daughter got hail in New Smyrna Beach. I shared Chris Pierce's pictures. Let me find. I have to share this with you. Okay. Copy image address. Let me do this. Stand by. This is Chris Pierce's image. Okay. That's about a 2-inch diameter hailstone from yesterday. That's not small. I'm really grateful that everything seemingly is okay. You know? But, yeah. That's a big hailstone. You don't get stones like that very often in Florida, you know? Didn't get here in Winter Park, but got to dump the pool a little. Yeah, definitely got some rain, sure. My pool got some rain as well, but I'm grateful that we didn't get 2-inch diameter hail. Yeah. Nancy says, exactly, Eric. I didn't get any of that in Tampa, which I'm very grateful. But I agree that some people are just so ignorant. It's just very funny to me. Yeah. Janet says, oh no, I didn't get my corned beef. Publix, here I come. There you go. Chris, I did not see your video, bud. I did not see your video. Terry says, wow, that's huge, right? And that is straight up destructive hail. Now, the ironic part is that we knew hail was going to be the big concern. We had talked to you guys and gals and knew that the hail was going to be a big concern. Whereas we knew that the rotation and winds were going to be the bigger concern for the day before. Chris says, 31 years, I've never seen hail this big. Yeah, right? Judy says, glad my car's in the garage. Hail hurts. Right? Well, listen, I can recall being a kid and my mother getting a car cheaper because it had massive hail damage and she had to go and get it fixed, you know? Denise, there's always going to be the ones that are just wanting to complain. It's true. Listen, I just laugh because somebody takes the time to throw out a nasty gram email and like they're wrong. How funny is that? When I get the nasty emails, they're all just so passion-filled from raw emotion, and they're wrong. Like when you want to tell me to get off TV because you're angry, you're missing your TV show, I get it. But like our FCC license demands that we are a public servant first. Like that's what I laugh about. Let's have a chat for a minute, okay? And if you've been with me long enough, we've had this chat before. You're just doing the weather for the ratings. First off, if we're not running commercials, we're not making money. So if we're doing continuous weather coverage, we are losing money. We're not doing it because we make so much money on severe weather. We lose money in severe weather, people. We're doing it because we are genuine public servants. I wouldn't work on my days off if it was all about the money. You know, I'm on spring break, friends. Guess what I'm doing today? I'm on vacation. We're doing it because we generally want to help you. Now, when the weather's nice, we want to help you plan your day and it's fun and it's great. But like, that's our focus. We genuinely are here to help. Our FCC license, the entire broadcast industry, our license demands it. We are public servants first, and then a business running entertainment programming second. First, second. Never confuse the two. Never confuse the two. You know? Never confuse the two. Public servant first, commercial television station second. The funny exchange Eric and I... So this is from Chris, and this is a true story. The funny exchange Eric and I had yesterday. Chris said, dime-sized hail. Eric said, it's going to get worse. Chris said, quarter-sized hail. Chris said, oh my word. That's true. As soon as you said dime-sized hail, I'm like, it's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. I'm happy to have continuous coverage when the weather is bad. It makes me feel safer to be informed. That's why we do it, Pauline. Absolutely. I want to mention this because I see that it has been posted, and I was going on a tangent during it. But Kenneth has posted, Naomi Otto gained her wings shortly after midnight and into the start of yesterday. Good morning messages will travel all the way to heaven. She wishes you the same from there. Her gentle heart could do no less. Good morning, Kenneth. Kenneth messaged me yesterday about it, and I didn't make any mention of it because it wasn't my news, certainly, to share. But Kenneth, I just want you to know my entire family prays for you and prays for your wonderful wife. May Naomi only have the peace and rest deserved, and may you and your family find comfort. I am so sorry that you have to continue this life apart, but know that you now have your angel, and one day the two of you will be together again. So, Kenneth, I'm sending nothing but love to you, and I'm just so sorry for your loss. Just so sorry. Life is not easy at times. It really is just not easy at times. So I wanted to address that. I wanted to make sure to mention that. because I was on my tangent, and it deserves to be mentioned, certainly. Lucas, I always go by the saying, it is better to be safe than sorry, 100%. And you just never know. You know, I had a conversation with Cam Tran, and you know, and we were talking about dynamics for severe weather, and I essentially said to Cam, Florida is going to Florida, right? Like, you just don't know when it gets feisty. Case in point, we had those tornado warnings, and there was no watch. You know, Florida's going to Florida because we have water the way that we do. It's just, yeah, you just never know. JC says, I would rather be informed. It could come and doesn't, but I'm ready for it, rather than be caught without being prepared. Storms shift a bit, almost always. Some shift and change more. Look how hurricanes shift and change. Will you complain the hurricane didn't hit you with destruction? Believe it or not, people do. People will find it. I say people as like, what was the line Tommy Lee Jones had in Men in Black, right? Like, persons are smart, but people are dumb. Like, they're what was the line? People are dumb. They panic. I thought it was such a funny line, right? Like, yeah, there are going to be people that are mad they don't get hit with a hurricane. Not me. Such is life. Kenneth says, it was my express wish she passed first for health reasons and that she never be left alone. Well, yeah. And I recall that. I mean, not your wish, but I recall her health on its way, and I'm just so sorry, Kenneth. It's just, life isn't fair or fun in some venues. But I hope that this little group of Coffee Talk folks can give you strength and give you love that you so need. Mary Joanne says, ignore the ignorant. They can always go to one of the streams to see said show. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I just have to laugh. That's all. I just have to laugh. Marie says, rain went around my house yesterday. Watch the dark clouds pass by. Yeah. Yvette says, I've heard the saying, you can't fix stupid. It's true. It's true. Bo, you call that a tangent? I'm a truck driver. Come ride with me for a day and you'll see a tangent. I feel like that would be so much fun. Am I crazy to think that? Where are we going? I feel like that would be so much fun. Man. All right. So what are you guys and gals thinking? Are we thinking about some nice heat building? Tomorrow, 88 degrees. Could we be to record values? We'll be close in Leesburg, close in Sanford. I think we'll probably not be all that close in Orlando. But you can very clearly see that those temperatures are climbing. I love it. I love it. I like the little change here and the little change there. Yeah. So today, bright sunshine, my friends. 84 degrees our high temperature. For tomorrow, for Saturday, nice and hot. Then on Sunday, I'm curious. While we're talking, let me just pull up. So warming this weekend, a little bit of couple of showers, temperature break, and then getting warmer again. I haven't looked at the March long range forecast, and Chris Pierce hasn't complained about it, so I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this. Let's see. Kelly says, I'm enjoying this tangent because I work with him. I can confirm he puts his heart and soul into the weather. My dear, therefore I never send an angry phone call to the weather center. Thank you. Thank you. Kelly is the helper of helpers when it comes to severe weather. Think about it, when we get video, Kelly's been the one to kind of help put it all together and let us know what video is available, what social media posts are available. Think of Kelly as the extension in the newsroom. If we added on an extra, you add on an extra bedroom to your house, and you're like, yeah, that's the mother-in-law suite. Well, that's the Kelly suite, right? Like, we've added on to the weather center, and that's where Kelly gets to be. It's into the newsroom, but it's the Kelly suite. What was I doing? Oh, I was checking on the accuracy of the long-range forecast. So here we are. Today's the 17th. Okay, first off, Floreaster. Yeah. Floreaster came through. That was the Floreaster for those of you guys and gals following our long range forecast. Perfect. 18th, 19th, 20th. Trending warmer, a few showers. Okay. Few showers, 21st, 22nd. Meh. So the comfy from the 23rd shifted to like the 21st, 22nd. Okay. 28th, 29th, transitioning cooler. We'll have to see how that plays out. And then April, for those of you long rangers that want to go through, there's a look at April, okay? Looks like a pretty nice forecast. I will say that Floreaster comes through again in May. If yesterday is any indication, yesterday proves this stronger cycle, weaker cycle, stronger cycle, weaker cycle. So the May version would be there, but would not be stronger. The problem is the cycle for the cycle for late July. That's going to be a doozy. If we're, putting this together. What's the Floreaster, you may be asking yourself? When we do long-range forecasting, the overall idea is a weather pattern sets up and loops over and over again. So yesterday was a part of the weather pattern that goes back to November 6th of last year. What? That's wild. Yes, it's wild. So that was yesterday's storm system going back to November 6th. So when does it recycle again? The next recycle of the November 6th part of the weather pattern is going to be in mid-May. Probably will be a little bit weaker. And then that late July one is peaking. So, yes. Good times. Janet, I'm thinking of Sunday at the USTA. We plan to watch UCF's matches there. Weather. Sunday's weather is looking great. Yeah, I mean, there will be a few showers here or there, especially through the beginning of the weekend. But take a look at Sunday, right? Like 81, maybe a couple of sprinkles. That's gorgeous. Marie Eric, we always appreciate you in the updates. Well, and I have to also thank, sweet, can I have a box? I always have to thank the wife because like yesterday it was hailing like crazy and I'm like excusing myself here into my home office so that I could tweet like a banshee, which by the way, if you follow me on Facebook, super great. But for like game time moments like yesterday when that nasty storm was running through, Facebook is just not the venue for like quick blips of information. You have to follow me on Twitter or at least go over to the Twitter page. And I'm not trying to be like, follow me on all of my social media platforms, like and subscribe. But I mean, when the weather's bad, when the weather's bad, let me just show. When the weather's bad, this is my Twitter page, okay? First off, there's Coffee Talk. Hi, Coffee Talkers. A little Inception business there for you. But look at how many ads. Look at all of the updates, okay, that come through. I'm tweeting hail pictures. I'm tweeting constant. Look at the nastiness on that cell. My God. Which, by the way, putting our radar into severe weather mode, we just got a massive upgrade to our radar. Holy cannoli, okay? But this is where if you're wanting those blips, yeah, those little pieces of constant information, this is where you go. There's Chris's. That's where you go to get that information, my friends. Constant updates on the Twitter world, okay? Constant updates. Twitter.com/Eric Burris Wesh is where you get that. Beth says, good morning. Artemis rolls out to the launch pad today. I cannot believe Artemis is going out. I cannot wait to get additional pictures and post those. By the way, there is a launch tomorrow night. I've seen conflicting time reports. Some as early as 9:30, some as late as 11:30. Let's see what the 45th is saying. They're saying from 11:15 to 12:43 is what they're saying. Tomorrow night. So it's going to be late. I plan on going out to this one. Yeah. Not to work, but to just go. Jeannie's going to come to a launch, which will be a lot of fun. So, yeah. Artemis is rolling out today. Have a Starlink lined up for tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Don't call it crazy. Exactly right. Exactly right. But isn't it better to be stronger in July versus September? Yes, Susie. 100% it is. But still, I mean, if it had to be a strong one, I guess you're right. Absolutely. That follow me voice, Crystal says. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do, Karen. Absolutely. Yeah, I would just say that's where you get the quick little appetizers of information. Bada bing, bada boom, you know? Annie, you're such a hard worker for all of us. But again, you know what it comes down to? It comes down to public servant. If I did this, you know, let me be honest. Can we have another conversation? If I did this strictly to be on TV, I guess I would do coffee talk all the time, but I wouldn't be tweeting through the day, right? Because I'm not on TV doing that. I want to make sure that you're updated and organized and know everything that's coming. I literally have had this conversation with, funny thing, my new boss, this is a total other tangent, but I got to wrap this up because, goodness sake, it's boring to anybody but me. Before my boss was my boss, she and I just worked together in West Palm, and she worked with me in such a young age. We were young, and we were coming up together down in West Palm. Fast forward like 15 years, she's my boss now. But before she was my boss, and she worked as the boss down in West Palm, she and I were chatting. There was one day we were chatting. Funny thing, the Florester previous cycle. We were chatting, and she's like, "Aren't you off today?" And my words to her were literally, "I feel like I have this obsession that I probably should go to therapy about, where I feel this responsibility to warn people about weather. So working or not, the person that ends up getting hosed the most is my wife and my children, because if there's severe weather, no matter working or not, here we are." Seriously, I probably should go get therapy to handle my balance, my work-life balance, but that's okay. I have this immense responsibility feeling. So at any rate, that's that. All right, so for today, bright sunshine, the luck of the Irish is with us. Tomorrow, getting hot, 30% chance of rain, getting hot again for Saturday, but looking better for my son's birthday. We're celebrating on Saturday. He's turning... Hi, Eric. And then, it's looking better for his birthday party. Can't believe Eric's turning 4. That's wild. Patty says, "I guess I got to get with the Twitter program." You know, I would say just... Yes, Eric? Okay, you can come in a minute, okay? Thank you. Twitter's just much better for those quick bites of information, okay? Work-life balance is everything. We love these, but and I'm working on doing better about that. But when there's severe weather, there's severe weather. All right. Anyway, enough. I will see you guys and gals for the 3:30 coffee talk this afternoon. It's gonna be a quick one because I'm on spring break. Karen says, "Excuse me, Daddy." I know, right? All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so very much for hanging out.